Today we're in what many people would consider one of the prettiest parts of the town of Salisbury. We're at Rings Island, a place that is full of beautiful homes, incredible views, and one unbelievable artist. We're here with my friend, Danny Frost, former captain of the fire department, tradesman, and extraordinary talent. Danny, welcome to the show and thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for coming down. I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you and welcome anytime.
Danny, I've driven by your home many times. I've paused and stopped and admired your artwork. I had really no idea until yesterday. I went on your website, rustyironart.com, which I would like all the viewers at home to take a minute to look at sometime. It's incredible. I had no idea of the number of pieces you've made, the size, the scope. They are truly extraordinary. The detail is incredible. And I just want to commend you on which is pure raw talent. Looking around, again, I've said I was amazed. How'd you get involved in this? How'd you get started in this?
It just started mainly by accident. I just started putting things together, trying to learn to weld, and probably started 15 or 20 years ago, but it was back then it was all little, small, more craft things, and it just kept expanding until one day I woke up and people were calling me an artist, and I was doing big pieces, and I found that I enjoyed the bigger pieces. So that's what we stick with. We do what we like, and if we don't like it, we don't do it.
Were you artistic as a kid?
No.
No?
No, and I couldn't draw this stuff if you paid me. It's just something that I seem to have a talent for being able to make the metal go where I want and do what I want.
It's actually extraordinary, and when we walk around a little bit later and look at some of the pieces, the folks at home will be amazed by it. Is there a single piece that you've made that is your favorite?
I'd say probably the Fireman in Amesbury, because it came from my background. I was a firefighter, and it's nice to think it's local where it can be seen.
It's a great piece.
And I enjoy it. I can buy it now every day. I check it, and
oh yeah,
I check it on a regular basis.
Yeah. Is there a theme? I see a lot of it's not so much nautical, but there's a lot of fish, a lot of animals. I saw a turtle on the side of the house there.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the types of things that you enjoy doing?
Yeah, it's just whatever the spirit of the moment I decide I want to do. I have no general thing that I do. I just try a little bit of everything, and whatever happens, happens. And doesn't always work out. Sometimes it gets cut up and made into something else.
Sure. Where are some of your other works?
I've got stuff in Florida. I've got sea turtles and stuff down there. I've got a horse that was shipped out to California. It's in a park out there.
Wow.
I just did a big wing toss Pegasus that's out to the Pingree School in South Hamilton.
Sure, yeah.
We've got stuff up in Maine. We got a life-size moose up in Kennebunk. So they kind of travel all around.
Life-size?
Yep. He's like 8 feet at the top of his antlers.
How long would a piece like that take?
It's hard telling because I don't work on them 8 hours a day. I work a few hours here and a few hours there. But the turtles, they take about 80 hours. The deer out front, that took about 200 hours. So it depends on what you're doing and how big it is and how ambitious I get.
Danny, walking around, I've been impressed by the breadth of your work, the scope of your work, and how unusual some of the material is. Where do you get your materials to do this work?
Everything I do is made out of recycled material out of junkyards, off old farms. I try to use all the old salvage stuff that I can. And that's how we get it all. We travel, and sometimes it just shows up in the driveway. Somebody will come by and drop something off.
There's actually quite a bit of stuff if folks just walk by your house that they could enjoy looking at.
Oh yeah, there's people stop all the time, look at stuff, take pictures, always willing to stop and talk to people and explain to them how it was done and everything.
And basically the gist of it is welding? Cutting?
Yeah, it's all just welding and a little cutting, and for the most part it's just welding, and there's nothing too technical about it. We're pretty low key.
I think you're pretty modest. That's what I think. Danny, the fireman piece that we described is what you say is your favorite to make. What was your most difficult piece to make?
Maybe the Hush Pegasus that I just did, because that was over 8 feet tall and had large wings on it, and I had that rearing up, not just standing.
Oh, sure.
So that was probably the most challenging.
Danny, could you tell me about this fish behind you?
He's I guess we'd call him a sailfish, and he's all made out of about 1,000 washers, and it took me, I don't know, a couple months putting them all together and getting it to where I want it. It's still got a little more I want to do to it to finish it, but it's getting there.
Danny, it's obvious that you have hours and hours and hours of work into this, and you're totally committed to it. What motivates you? What gets you up every day to do something that's obviously not an easy task?
It's just I enjoy doing it. It's something I found that I enjoy, and I can express myself with my work, and it just gets me up every morning and gets me moving.
I would have to believe that you get a great deal of gratification out of this, Danny. When people stop by and ooh and ah over your work, what does that mean to you?
It's gratifying, and I'm always willing to stop and talk to people and explain how things went, and I have regular people that come by on a regular basis seeing what's different and what's happening and stop and talk. So I'm always willing to stop and show people, and it's really gratifying when they enjoy what they see.
Danny, I know you're retired now and enjoying life. How long do you envision you'll be able to keep doing this?
As long as I enjoy it. When it ceases to be enjoyable and it becomes too much, then I'll stop. But I don't see it in the future right now. I'm still enjoying it. I still like talking to the people when they come by, so it's still going. We'll keep going as long as we can.
Danny, thank you very, very much for taking time to be with us today. I appreciate you showing us around, showing us your work. It's truly extraordinary. I know that sometimes you seem uncomfortable when people call you an artist, but you truly are. The work is extraordinary.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming down and giving me the opportunity to talk for a little while.
Well, you're welcome. For all those folks at home, I would urge you to please take just a couple of minutes, go on the website, rustyironart.com. I was truly amazed, and I know you will be too. Thanks.